Welcome back to Bread in Captivity, an unfiltered look at the news from a Canadian perspective. So, Justin Trudeau is out, Mark Carney is in, and a lot of us had a question, is this guy a Zionist? Yes or no, right? He's Justin Trudeau's friend. He hasn't said anything about being a Zionist, but Justin Trudeau left making it clear that he is a piece of shit who supports genocide, the murder of babies, the stealing of land, and has not one care in the world for international law.
No one in Canada should ever be afraid to call themselves a Zionist. I am a Zionist.
He is a hypocrite who will cry on one hand for the lives of Ukrainians who are having their land seized illegally by Russia, and on the other hand, he will applaud Israel as they do that and much worse in Palestine. So now we know Mark Carney probably is a Zionist because he has appointed Marco Mendicino as as his chief of staff. What a dick move. This is an interim position. We should all understand this. This is an interim position because, again, he has to officially run for his seat, to be the prime minister. He has to officially run. He does not currently have a seat in the House of Commons. So I don't think this is a good move for him. He should have hid this. He should have been a little bit more discreet because, like I have mentioned in every video, we in Canada are not really motivated to go out there and vote, but the tides are shifting, thank you, Donald Trump, and showing people that voting really matters. And when this excitement is building up and you go ahead and throw a pick like this into the ring, you are already splitting what is already not a big voter base. I don't know what's happening with my English. Okay, so let's get into Jagmeet Singh's response. Very happy to see some strong words coming out of the opposition party, the NDP party in Canada. He was on Twitter this morning, and let's look at it. I have been horrified by how the lives of Palestinians have been disregarded by the political establishment. When Parliament voted on our ceasefire motion, children were being pulled from the rubble and entire family lines were being wiped out. That is not an exaggeration. Not just your immediate family, your entire family line. There's no more chance of anybody related to you ever being born. That's it. Your family's long history on this earth wiped out because of Israel. Let's continue. In that moment, Marco Mendicino had a choice. He chose to side with Netanyahu and opposed a ceasefire. Netanyahu is now widely regarded, internationally regarded as a war criminal, Satan in human skin. He is a warmonger. He is a guy who has expressed openly about his desire to wipe out all Palestinians. He is a guy who is happy watching his army post TikTok videos dressed in the lingerie of dead Palestinian women. This is who Marco Mendicino supports and has the support of. Let's continue. Now, Mark Carney has appointed him as his chief of staff, his closest advisor, and in one of the most powerful positions in his government. I cannot imagine the pain and hurt this has caused so many of you, and it fucking has, because Canadians have made it super clear all last year that we do not support what is going on in Israel and Palestine. We do not support it. We do not support the war. We do not support the genocide. We do not support the siege on Gaza. We do not support the displacement of Palestinians in the West Bank. We do not support settlers. I cannot imagine the pain and hurt this has caused so many of you. I simply want you to know that the NDP will always stand on the side of justice, peace, and human rights. Jagmeet Singh needs to stay on message here and stay on their necks, because people need to understand this guy, Mark Carney, is riding a wave right now, right? The Trump is attacking Canada wave, the Canada needs to fight back wave, and the I'm not Pierre Poilievre wave. If we let him have this, just because of that, we're not really getting anything different. And I need Canadians to really just understand that for once, especially in the ways that it matters. Has this guy been talking about expanding EI? Has he been talking about helping Canadians do anything to get some money in their pockets now that they're facing a crisis. We are already seeing layoffs from steelworkers. So he cannot be allowed a smooth little red carpet to the finish line. He has to answer for this, and he needs to reverse this decision because Netanyahu has been called a war criminal in the highest courts of the world. South Africa has brought a case of plausible genocide to the highest courts in the world because of what Israel is doing. And you can go ahead and take your Canadian values and shove it if this is who you are standing behind. And the hypocrisy has never been more real. We all saw what happened to Zelensky. We all saw the outcry and the support that the entire international community, especially Canada, gave Ukraine. And the hypocrisy is out there in our faces. They are doing worse in Gaza. They are doing worse to people in Gaza. Gaza is tiny, 25 miles by 5 miles, 41 kilometers by about 12 kilometers. Okay? It is smaller than the GTA. And they have had more bombs dropped on them than Dresden. This is a disgusting move from Mark Carney. He should not be made to just have this like ripple off his back. He needs to answer for this. He needs to be shamed. He needs to know that people do not like what he's doing. And we are watching. We're going to watch every single step this guy takes, every single move this guy makes until it's election time. Because if he's not having Canada's interest in mind, and if he's just going to be some Israeli plant like we've been seeing all over the United States, we don't need that here. We do not need that here. Anyhow, we're going to wrap it up here. Bread in Captivity. Like it if you liked it. Please subscribe so we can get these videos out faster. Peace.